What's up, my friends? Welcome back to another video. And today I wanted to tackle a very important question and a really, really good question. And that is specifically how to find your ideal client. When we talk about finding clients, finding work in general, I think there's so many ways we could actually be doing this. And the income streams now are more easy to access than ever before. But it really comes down to nailing down what you want and how to find the people that you actually want to work with, right? Because as composers, as musicians, we're most likely going to be collaborating with other people at some point, whether that's for free or for paid projects. And so the method that we do it is going to be different for many people, but I want to share with you my personal method, my preferred method, and the one that's worked for me for many years now. And before I share that with you, though, I do want to give you something totally free, and that is my preferred method for not only finding clients but also making a living online. This is the exact method that I followed for 2-3 years now, and I call it How to Make Money as a Music Composer in 2020 and Beyond. This goes over my step-by-step approach to doing this, setting a foundation for a strong online business that can scale over time and requires less of your time over the years, basically. And it's super ethical. I love the model. It works really well, and it basically allows you to do what you really enjoy, which is basically providing to the world for free, but monetizing your knowledge in the back end. So if you want to grab that, it's 100% free. Just click the first link in the description box below, and you can grab it as my gift to you. So let's dive into the topic of finding your ideal client. I think when we think about the ideal client, right? What do you imagine? And this might be a great opportunity to actually pull out a piece of paper or a notepad and actually write this down. So if I were to ask you, what would your ideal client look like? What does that involve? What are their characteristics? What have they accomplished? Where are they in life? What is this person? So create this type of archetype of this ideal person that you would love to do business with. And that will give you a great sense of who you can start promoting your message to or drawing people in through your networks or whatever you want to do. So in my opinion, once you get this sort of archetype or this shell of this person written down and really spelled out very specifically, then comes the next step of actually taking action to then draw in those people. And my method, and the method I prefer and I've been doing for a while now, is basically just 2 C's: content creation. Okay? In order to find clients and gigs nowadays, putting yourself out there in a certain way is crucial. It's so important, right? Because if you're not easy to find, or if you're not online in some capacity, then how will people find you? How will the people who potentially are interested in what you're doing, how will those people find you? It's just not possible, right? Unless you have a really developed network that doesn't require you being online. But generally being online is the name of the game now, especially through this COVID period. So for me personally, the form of content creation comes through YouTube. You're watching this YouTube video, so obviously you're watching this online, and that's how you found me, through my channel. And that is my method of content creation. And I can tell you that 100% of my clients, the people that I've worked with, have found me through my channel. Whether it was a composing gig, an orchestration gig, a pop production gig, a transcription gig, providing piano tracks for people, whatever that may be, someone came across my content on YouTube. Maybe they watched a tutorial, and then maybe they listened to one of my original soundtracks or compositions, and then they kind of liked what they heard, so they wanted to reach out to me further, and then we worked something out to do business together. And that, a little follow-up to that, is making sure that you have a website set up so that you're easy to contact and easy to follow up with, because then you don't want the communication avenues between both of you to be kind of split, and you don't want it to be difficult to reach the other person. So once you put yourself out there on a consistent basis, this is probably another C I should throw in there: consistency. You could be uploading 10 videos a week, but then as soon as you hit a month, you start burning out, and then you won't upload for any more. Then the algorithms will not recommend your videos anymore or your content at all. So what I would do is choose a content rhythm that works for you and your schedule. Maybe that's once a week, maybe that's twice a week, but commit to that for the long term. So maybe every Monday at 10 a.m. you want to upload a video, or upload a blog post, or record a podcast, whatever that may be. Share your insights, help other people on a consistent basis for free. And that's how you build credibility. That's how you build the know, like, and trust factor, and you give people a taste of what you offer, so that when they discover you and maybe they like what you're offering, then they know what to expect if they actually want to work with you further and pay you for your services. And that's kind of how you start attracting the people you want. Um, this method works, I would say, like 90% of the time to draw in the ideal client, because your personality, the way you hold yourself, the way you present to the public, right? This will naturally push some people away, and it will naturally draw other people in. I think most likely the personality that you have, that you're presenting to the public, that will usually draw a similar type of personality to you, because that's kind of how friends are kind of formed a lot of the times, right? With similar personalities, they can bounce things off of each other. They kind of vibe in a similar way. So it's very similar when it's coming to, when it comes to online as well. So I've had experiences, where I've worked with clients who, know my YouTube content, and they are just wonderful people, super respectful. It encourages me to do the job better and get the project done in time and even earlier. So there's time for revisions and all of that. And it's just a super seamless process that's beautiful. But of course, you will also probably draw in clients who are not your favorites, people who you don't want to work with. And maybe in the very beginning, you want to work with them just to get that experience down and have that portfolio. But over time, once you start to become more it may be in demand, right? Then it'll become easier for you to turn away certain clients who you don't think you would be a good match with, just because maybe your personalities don't click together, or maybe the project is not really your type of genre that you specialize in, maybe something you're not comfortable with. Then you have a lot more leeway there. But I think to start things off, when you give of yourself freely to the world through some form of content, whether that's a video, a blog post, a podcast, helping in forums or groups, sharing your knowledge, that just puts yourself out there in a way for others to get a taste of what you offer and what you do. And if they enjoy that, then they could go further with you. And as a result, the work that you're doing is scalable. So for example, I'm putting out this video, but um, I'm just talking to you, but in reality, my channel is also sharing this video to all of my subscribers, all 16,000 of them, right? Hopefully. So potentially 16,000 people could watch this one video. And if they like this message and they want to work with me in some capacity, then they might all contact me. And of course, that's not going to happen, but theoretically, that's what could happen, right? So choosing a form of content that allows you to scale your time and therefore your business allows you to be a lot more free and draw in the clients that you actually want to work with. So content creation and being consistent with that creation, in my opinion, is the number one rule to finding your ideal clients. It serves a twofold purpose. One, it puts yourself out there in the world. It gives people a taste of what you have to offer. And actually, that was number two. It gives people a taste of what you have to offer, and therefore they can decide whether they want to work with you or not. And more likely, they're going to be an ideal client, and they're going to be respectful of your time because they know where your skills are, where your knowledge lies, and most likely they're not going to want to take advantage of you. So hopefully that kind of gives you some ideas. For me personally, I've seen content creation pay dividends in many areas, multiple areas, not just finding my ideal clients and working on freelance projects. Although that's been part of my income, I found it especially rewarding in actually building my business, which is now scaling every single year. It allows me to work less and less, but at the same time, focus on what I enjoy doing the most, which is creating content and writing music and all of that stuff. This business model really allows me to do that. And it all starts from content creation and building an audience. And thanks to people like you who watch these videos and subscribe and download my guides and, buy my courses and stuff, it allows me to really share myself with the world for free and then scale my business at the same time. And it's just a beautiful back and forth that I really, really appreciate. So if you're interested in that sort of thing, starting an online business, scaling your time, scaling your income, right? Then again, I want to give you that guide called How to Make Money as a Composer in 2020 and Beyond. It's very practical. It's 3 core steps that you can follow. And this is not a get rich quick scheme. I will never promise that, but it's something that I've seen work for myself. It's a long game. It's a long burn, but it not only benefits you, but it also benefits the world at the same time. And that relationship is something that just can't be found really in any other business model that allows you to scale, but also not have to apply yourself as much on a day-to-day basis in terms of work hours, which is what I think a lot of us want. We want freedom, we want income, we want to enjoy life. And this is a great way to start doing just that. So I want to give that to you 100% free. You can click the first link in the box below and it'll take you straight there. Thank you so much, my friend. If you have any questions, let me know in a comment below. More than happy to help out there. And I'll see you in the next video. Take care. Bye-bye.